Hey, you're at Steve Morris Engines. This is a car that our buddies over at Skinny Kid Race Cars and sent over for us to dyno for do all the tune work for a CHRA, which is Customs Hot Rods of Andes. Go look that up because they do some really cool stuff. And this is a 1949 Merc Dragweek combination, which is obviously why it comes over here. Dragweek deal that they've been building. So 1949 Merc dual rail pro mod chassis built by Skinny Kid Race Cars. This is also engine. We didn't build the engine for this. This is a buddy of mine, Billy Briggs, and you know, we're more than happy to do tune work on other engine builder stuff. Lots of work out there in the world, and more than happy to do things that they don't do. That's cool. More than happy to do that. And it's a good combination. Looks like it's a 540 cubic inch twin 88s and 540 conventional head with a billet Noonan block down there, and dual fuel. So we're working out, and I'm sorting out the street drive and the pump gas tune, and then the methanol tune. So this is the methanol tank. Those are puke tanks right there, but this is the methanol tank. Methanol mechanical pump, camshaft driven, and then the rear fuel cell is all where the pump gas is at. So tank in the back and fuel cell. You can see this is quite spectacular for bodywork. Now, as I understand it, you can look here. Sorry about the lighting, it's a little dark in this corner. But that's the fuel cell there for the street drive portion of it. But as I'm understanding it, they're going to leave this as a natural steel finish. And looking at some of their cars, that seems to be kind of their mode of operation over there. They've got some really cool looking stuff. And this thing is, if you look at the chop on this car, I don't know where the chop's at, so don't. I mean, it's pretty impressive what they got going on here for body work, and then of course impressive what Skinny's got going on, and a really nice solid motor combination there from Billy. So we're just doing like I said, we're doing all the tuning, going through, doing prep work to make this Dragweek usable. And you know, giving those guys input on what they need to do and how they need to do it in order to make it successful for Dragweek. But this is going to be a pretty cool deal, all said and done, when it's on Dragweek. I would imagine next year. So really nice deal. So what I'm going to do is we'll sit down. Obviously, really don't care what it makes on pump gas. That's just for the street drive portion of it. And but just work on all those things, making sure Andy Chop did all the wiring on the car, so we're making sure that everything's working, functioning as it's supposed to, and then work on the tune. So we're just going to do a smaller base tune on it, and we're not going to try making maximum horsepower. It is you know, tire dynos versus the hub dyno are slightly hairier. I don't mind being up in that 2,000 horsepower area at the tire. It always gets a little hairier above that, and it just kills tires, so there's no sense killing a tire. But as you can see, this thing is just really quite different and cool, and really nicely done. And it's going to be a pretty neat car when it's out there. So I'm going to put the camera down, and we'll make a hit on this thing on the methanol tune. And like I said, not much sense. It makes 800 horsepower at the tire at 3 pounds of boost on pump gas. So I mean, that's all pretty good. 800 horsepower. Yeah. So we're not gonna bother showing you that, but we are leaning on it more here to start making some horsepower and get the tune sorted out. Make sure this thing's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna set the camera down, and we will make a pull on this and then take a look at the numbers. All right, so let's go over here and take a look at the numbers. And yeah, pretty good piece. I'll show you the just a little bit of tune-up information. We'll get the boost, and I'll show you all that off the data logger there in the Holly. As you can see right here, we are, and the dyno still you know, has a max speed of 200, so it shuts the dyno down as soon as it hits 200. So I got to stop it just shorter there, but it's pretty much flattening out through here. It's not gaining it anymore, unless I threw a bunch more boost at it. Obviously, you can see that I'm all done throwing boost at it right through this area, right there. But that is 2,039 horsepower, and that was at 7,800 RPM. We have a 8,000 RPM rev limiter in it, so that's pretty nice horsepower. Made 25 pounds of boost, and you know, that all looks pretty darn good. So let's go look at the data logger. Kind of jump up here, down here, turn the laptop around here. Now you can see, I'll show you that boost level. You can see right here. Oh, lost my, there we go. Cursor. The yellow line right here is boost, and that is 25.2 pounds of boost right there. AFR is, I got a little bit of fuel in it. You know, our target's 3.8 right there. We'd take a little, or add a little more fuel as we went more and more boost. You can see right there, just tickled the rev limiter at yeah, it's 7,900. Just starts turning on rev limiter at 8,000 RPM rev limiter. Anyways, I think that's a pretty nice piece, and a pretty good overall combination. I think that's as hard as we're gonna lean on, because it just kills tires, and one of these things with a wheel dyno versus like a hub dyno. And then obviously hub dynos also would make a little more horsepower, because it doesn't have the horsepower loss from the tire. But pretty good piece, and you know, like I said, more than happy to do tuning for other engine guys. You know, if they don't want to do it, that's all cool. Enough work to go around for everybody. So anyways, I'm Steve Morris, Steve Morris Engines. Have a great 49 Mercury, really cool deal day.